Good evening, everyone. My name is David Halachmi. I'm the chair of the History Department at Cypress College, and it is my honor to welcome all of you to our 5th annual Yom HaShoah event. There were 6 million Jews who were murdered during the Holocaust. 50 million people died during World War II. And as the generation that went through this event passes, we are starting to forget the stories of World War II. If you were 20 years old when World War II began, you're now in your late 90s. And now more than ever, we need to retell this story, especially to the younger generation. And for those of you who are younger, under 20, 25 years of age, I want you to realize you are the last generation to hear directly from these survivors. Your children will not have this opportunity. So what you hear tonight, I really do hope that you pass on to your friends, to your family, and most importantly, one day to your children, because their stories can never be forgotten. We started to plan this event several months ago, and of course, everything changed. And it was actually our professor, who's now retired, Clifford Lester, professor of photography, who is the man most responsible for organizing this event from the beginning. He takes amazing photographs of all these Holocaust survivors, and he's brought them to Cypress College, and he was really determined to move forward, even this year, with all of what is going on around us. And we're very glad that we did decide to move forward. So tonight I am introducing this event to you from my kitchen, and later on you will hear from our 105-year-old World War II veteran, Holocaust survivors, and you will be able to hear directly from them. And while this is not what any of us envisioned when we started to plan this event, it does very much exemplify the stories of the survivors, and really also the story of the Jewish people, because the story of the survivors and the story of the Jewish people is that of perseverance. A few weeks ago was Passover, and Jewish families around the globe still found a way to retell the story of the Exodus that happened thousands of years ago. Jewish families held Zoom seders across state lines, across continents even. There were Jewish people who cobbled together whatever they needed to do for prayers. And in Israel, an entire nation at 8:30 p.m. opened up its windows, went out to their balconies, and together sang Ma'ashtana, a very important Jewish song blessing during the Passover Seder. So we could use this event tonight as inspiration, that even during the darkest times, even during great hardships, people can find light, people can find hope. If we know and realize what people went through of that generation, these survivors, if you know the unspeakable horrors that happened, from children being experimented on like animals, to elderly men being put in cages and given 100 calories of food a day to see if they would die and how long it would take them to die on 100 calories of food a day. And for that generation to go through that and still find a positive purpose in life all these years later, that could be inspirational to all of us today. So that is one of the great lessons we can learn from the survivors. There's also another vital lesson we can learn from the Holocaust, and that is how fragile our freedoms really are, and how easily freedom and liberty can be taken away from us. From the communist gulags to the death camps of the Nazis, they all began with the death of liberty. And when liberty dies, people die. And that is one lesson we should never forget and always be vigilant about, especially in times of crisis in any society. So I really hope you get a lot out of this evening tonight, that you find yourself inspired, and God willing, next year we'll be able to do this again in our campus theater. And for those of you who are watching tonight, I really hope maybe next year you come and you meet these survivors in person. In all the years we have done this, I've had the amazing opportunity to meet many survivors, and just meeting them and seeing how grateful and happy they are, it is just a life-moving experience. So I hope next year you'll join us. And for tonight, I hope you really find these words of these survivors and our World War II vet motivational. I thank you all very much for tuning in, and our community thanks you for being part of this. God bless and good night.